So today I'm going to be installing some new lights on my Forester. Since I cut the bumper off my Forester here, this basically took out my fog lights. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the new Nilight nixon floods on here. So first thing we're going to do here is we find the wires for the fog lights. So those are right here. There's a brown wire and a white wire. The lighter colored wires are normally always the positive wire, and the darker color wires are usually the ground. So this one's a brown. On the other side, it's actually black and white on the other side. So I'm going to basically hook them up using part of the wire harness that came with this kit. This kit actually came with a full wire harness and a switch and all that fun stuff, and I really didn't need to do all that since I'm just going to hook them up to the existing fog lights. All I'm going to do really is I'm going to take these wires and the plug. I'm going to keep the plug too, just because it's nice if you want to disconnect it for some reason. Very simple to do. You only need a couple tools: wire cutters, wire strippers, and I'm just going to strip off like not even half an inch. So there's your half inch of stripped wire on there. Now all my wires are stripped. Now basically what I do is I'm taking these little red crimps, and you basically put them on each end of the wire like so. It just fits on there. And then you take your wire cutters. They should have marked spots on them to tell you which crimp you have to use, and then you just basically take it and squish it on there. And you're going to basically do that to all these wires. And then I'm actually going to unplug this versus having this light dangling around in here. Put it back in the box. And then what you're going to do is you're basically going to run these to these, run it in there, do the same thing, push them, crimp them shut. And then for mounting your lights, these lights actually came with the brackets and all the mounting hardware also, and actually even a nifty little Allen wrench. So these, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mount these to the bumper first. The reason I say that is because it's really hard to get that bolt into the bumper when you have the light bolted on there. So I just used self-tapping screws because it's the easiest to go through this tube bumper. I already made the holes. So basically just stick this in there. Take your little impact gun if you got one. And then in your little bag of goodies, there'll be two little short bolts and two little bitty lock washers. And of course you put your lock washers on your short little bolts like so. And then you take your Allen wrench that comes with the kit, hold it in the bolt like so. Make sure your wire goes behind your bumper or wherever you're putting it. Don't tighten them all the way until you get the other one started. And of course, don't tighten them all the way either, because you still have to adjust this light left to right and up and down for the angle of the car and the lift and whatnot. And then when you get everything all done, plug it in, take your wires, tuck them all up inside of the bumper where you can't see them, put a couple zip ties in there to hold everything tight so it doesn't move around or get pulled out, and then take it out in the dark somewhere on a dirt road, which I'll have a video later on, and adjust them to where they need to be adjusted. Hope you enjoyed the video, and you guys have a great day.